Hi, you all. Welcome. Today, I'm going to be doing a twin flame reading. So, remember to use your intuition and discernment while I'm giving this message. Okay, let's get into it here. Let's see. We have abundance for person A. So, this is going to be person A. Person B is going to be over here, and the sheer energy is going to take place in the middle. Okay, let's see what's going on with person B's energy. We have death. Okay, so let's see. The shared energy between y'all two is courage. Okay, so I'm seeing person B is in this ego death. Okay, person B is in this ego death while person A is receiving physical abundance. Okay, so somebody's getting more money, somebody's focusing on their finances, their outer exterior, rather than focusing on more of the spiritual side, spiritual aspect of things. And I will also say, look at the colors. There's something about red and purple. Okay. I'm not getting necessarily like a black or blue or like a violent situation, but I am definitely getting something is quite abundant. Okay. And the other one is going through an ego death. I don't know with what, but the sheer energy between you two is about basically coming together with some sort. I feel like there could be a tons of separation going on. Okay. Let's see what's going on with person B. We have change. We have paradox here. So this is definitely something to do with a black man's paradox here. Somebody passed away, or there is a really strong ego death here. It's what I'm tapping into. We have betrayal here. So person B has witnessed, okay, a betrayal. That's why I see courage here between both of y'all. I feel like person B witnessed a betrayal, witnessed something that was questioning their whereabouts and how they see life and how they treat person A. Okay. Huh. Yeah. And I see that person B is going through like almost a reflection is what I'm getting. A reflection, replaying a betrayal, this black man's paradox, lower energies, lower frequencies. That's what I'm getting. And they're grieving. They're grieving about this. I feel like this is somebody that has witnessed a death. Okay, like an actual death here, or this is a real strong betrayal. Okay. Let's get one more card for this one. We have individuality. Yeah, person B is saying to themselves, they're like, I have an appreciation. I now understand why I should say to myself. I also see that someone has realized that staying somewhere, being with someone, or initiating in a certain way is no longer acceptable for them. Okay, this is someone who's learned their lesson and they're like, I'm just not gonna do this anymore. I'm not interested in this anymore. Let's see what's going on with person A. We have surrender here. We have protection. This is a little interesting. I feel like some of y'all, person A, may have something to do with something, but not, that's like a really small group of y'all. With surrender here and protection, I do see that this is someone, person A is being vulnerable for person B. Okay, we have sadness. So they feel for person B. I feel like person A knows something. We have adventure. I feel like someone's pushing my thoughts, pushing my energy here. Whatever this is here, yeah, I still do feel like person A already knows something. With surrender, protection, sadness, adventure, I feel like this is person A just allowing person B to grieve, to go through, like continuing to go through this like transitioning here. We have waiting. Person A is always waiting for something. They are always like, I'm waiting. I make an expectation energy. Let's get one more card here. We have truth here. So the truth is going to come out about a situation, is what I'm getting. The truth is going to come out about a situation. Over energy we have is courage. And it's interesting how I stopped here. And the over energy is courage, but then that goes into the channel, the shared energy here. So person A is waiting for some truth about a situation of somebody who passed away, or somebody, the person that's having an ego death, to stay by themselves, or to maybe be a single mom, single dad. Maybe somebody is just really focusing on themselves here, and moving away from lower energies here, lower entities, what I'm getting. Yeah, and the truth, so the truth is going to come out about this. The truth is already out about somebody's individuality, them needing more individuality, them needing more time for themselves, needing to go on this road here. But I see that person A is waiting for the physical story, the physical reality of someone's abundance here, the do's and the don'ts and the truths and the lies. Okay, because at the end of the day, nobody in their right mind wants to be a single mom. Nobody in their right mind wants to be a single dad, or wants to just be like on their own, right? No one's going to be like, oh, I'm going to invest in something alone. No one's going to be doing that just out of the whim. And also, if people know that somebody was going through a grieving situation, or a betrayal situation, okay, and they're both here. So person A is waiting for the story to come out about that here. It's going to take courage, and I feel like person A is like, if I decide to join with person B, maybe it'll come out faster, or the truth will come out. I definitely do see that person A is definitely ready for an adventure, like to move on from the situation. The person B is really emotional about a betrayal of this black man's paradox here, what took place in the paradox. Yeah, and person A is like, this is going to be quite an adventure, knowing that you are on your own, being with you here, and it's in this individuality energy here. It's just not going to be the same. I feel like person A essentially saying it's not going to be the same, because something is still on your mind, or you haven't yet healed from this grief here. Person A is definitely waiting for person B to be an adult and be mature and be conscious and aware, but all that like emotional yuckiness here, they're like, I have to do something about this. I have to, I hope that the truth comes out about a situation here. Um, and they're waiting. But I really do see that it's going to take for the truth to come out. It's going to take for you and your twin flame. Okay, those of you who are resonating with this message, I do see that you joining together and saying y'all are twin flames here, is the truth is going to come out about a situation. And I do feel like the person that created this black man's paradox here, the person that was entertaining this lower energy, lower entity, the person that betrayed person A or person B or whoever the situation is, they're going to take it really hard. Someone's going to take it really hard here, because the relationship between you and your twin flame is very abundant, very pure, very transparent. Um, so it's, yeah, I'm seeing something about that here. We have vision and we have shame. Interesting. Yeah, so both of you know what this means. You and your twin flame knows that when y'all get together, it's not gonna be for a good thing. It's gonna be quite embarrassing. Hmm. Maybe some of y'all, okay, maybe some of y'all, these set of twin flames here, whoever's resonating with this here, y'all actually are not supposed to be together. This is kind of feeling like unorthodox. This is kind of feeling like, not really the ex best friend getting with the ex boyfriend. It feels very much like maybe the cousin is getting with like I would say like your sister, someone in your family, and that was your ex, or maybe the cousin getting with you. I feel like maybe this is, I don't know, like somebody's brother getting with like the next door neighbor's sibling, okay, and that to you is like, your childhood friend. Okay, but it has to be like, what a coincidence, what are the odds? It's giving that kind of energy. And you and this person have been so supportive of each other to the point where, like Michael Jackson, it's like, oh, if you understand that, me being in a relationship with you here wouldn't be wise, right? Like, because I'm always on the road, but you can, carry my offsprings. You can carry, you know, um, I can help you, you help me. It's that kind of situation here. And like I said, if these set of twin flames, they get together, this is not going to be something that's great. It's going to be something shameful, because essentially it's like you keep it's not like you keep pointing the beehive, you keep pointing the finger about how y'all like each other, y'all interested in each other. It's more about like you keep like shitting on this person. Like you keep shitting on this person, you keep like, tearing this person down. And it's crazy that I gotta get with your brother. I have to get with your father, your mother, for you to understand like that you're just a shitty like child, and you're a shitty like neighbor, associate, with so many fucking problems. And it's crazy how like we have to get in a relationship, or we have to, well, yeah, essentially get in a relationship for you to see that, you need to work on yourself. Okay. This is not really like a friend that can talk to this person, because this person is a great hider. But when it's something like, like close and intimate and roommates and stuff, like when you tell your deep darkest secret here, this is when this person listens here. This is when this person feels like it's a huge betrayal. It's a huge betrayal. Like, how could you? But it's a great thing that the betrayal was actually ran its course with you. It's a great thing that that the betrayal ran its course for person B, I would say. Okay, because there is no excuse for for person A and person B to not get together. You know, so it's something where it's just well, this is shameful. And I do see that like maybe these two people get in bed, or they start dating each other, there's some type of, and it's just like, well, I don't even look at you that way, like I don't even want to have sex with you. But y'all have to solidify things. Y'all have to say like, okay, yeah, we had sex, yeah, we had a baby, but these things that y'all are doing with each other, it's not comfortable, right? It's not comfortable, because again, it's like the cousin gets with somebody like in the family, the cousin ends up getting with you, like the neighbor or associate or somebody's family member ends up getting with somebody down the hall. I looked at you, I supported you, I you know when my sister or my brother would come to you, come to me, I would overhear the conversation. It was something that was like that, and it's just, I would never look at you as somebody romantic. But because you go through so much situations, diamonds cook pressure, right? It's giving, well, now I see you, I have to see you as somebody romantic. So this is a little interesting. But I really see that you in this, whoever y'all twin flames, y'all are not turned on by each other, or like turned on about situations like this. If you resonate with all the twin flame readings and you are subscribed here, I would just say like this, this set of twin flames here, y'all are just not really comfortable when things are like this, and to put out there that, oh, y'all are twin flames and y'all gonna go to bed with each other, y'all gonna have a baby with each other, like to show like, there needs to be better treatment, there's a better appreciation, X, Y, and Z. Um, this is a really, I do feel for y'all twin flames. Okay, we have movement here, so it's happening. Spirit saying it's happening. Okay, we have denial. It's happening. Spirit saying it doesn't matter, like if you're not comfortable, or if you know, if you're not comfortable or you don't want to do something. At the end of the day, y'all do need to join together, and y'all do need to show people in the collective in this betrayal situation here that this cannot happen anymore, and that most definitely you have been treating this person like shit, and this is absolutely something that is not necessary. It's uncalled for. And hopefully by us, me and my twin flame being together, you would see things better, and I mean, even though, and it's great because person B being in this individuality, like when they're by themselves, they're in a certain vibration, frequency, energy, same as person A. But person A has been going in and out of octaves here, and then when y'all guys get together, you guys are like talking as one, moving as one, seeing as one. Let's see, we have storytelling. Yep. So like this is also like uh this is a really interesting energy because this is like everything that the Black man's paradox, is lower energy, has been manifesting. Everything that they have been doing here, actually, for these pair twin flames here, like you actually like telling your story about how I got together, and obviously it's unorthodox. Like if the cousin got with like somebody in the family, well, not in the family, the cousin got, or cousin neighbor, somebody in the in the family got with somebody that is not even someone you would look at like that. You're not supposed to. This would be a really unorthodox, uncomfortable story that is being told. And obviously, like whoever portrayed person B is going to be like nagging and bitching and feeling X, Y, and Z. And it's supposed to make them, look in the mirror, take a hard look like, oh, how can my cousin end up getting with that ex best friend, like how can my cousin end up getting with my ex girlfriend, my ex boyfriend, um, how can like the neighbor, like friend that they talk to so much next to them end up getting together, like how can they do that? Like, how could they? But it's like also too be mindful because you never know who's gonna be in what relationship and what they're gonna remember and actually try to do to you. It's just saying you never know, right? Let's get one more card for this storytelling. That is phenomenal. I feel like this is like fall. Okay, we have hope here. I see that, what's over energy for hope? We have compassion. Yeah, so me working with this hope card here, it's not necessarily, it's exactly hope, but me working with this card of hope here, it's not exactly like an outcome that you and this person would want. Since the over energy is compassion, this is something that's gonna be like hard. Like y'all gonna play hardball, okay? And yeah, I feel like, in the beginning, something's gonna start off like very light. For example, if you hear like the cousin gets with like the ex best friend, or the cousin ends up getting with like the ex boyfriend, ex girlfriend, for example, if you hear something of that sort here, it's kind of sort of lighthearted, like, oh yeah, we saw each other and everything was fine. Or I heard about, or I'm gonna say we saw each other because this is definitely somebody that's like involved. So it wouldn't be like the ex best friend that the cousin would get with. It would be like the cousin end up getting with the ex boyfriend, ex girlfriend, because that's like included. Okay, the ex best friend would like be coming in, and it wouldn't be so intimate, right? This is more about like something that's concentrated. So it would be like the ex best, it would be like the cousin and the ex-boyfriend, the ex-girlfriend. It would be like the the family member with some of their siblings, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. It's more like that. In the beginning, something was lighthearted, something was good, something was okay. But then as time went on, something got like really fucking dark. Like, let me tell you a story about when these two people were like actually alone, or when there's two people. It was something that is very shameful. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to own my cousin, my associate, my mom, my dad. Like, I don't want to. It's really disgusting. It's nasty, right? That's what's going on with this energy. I'm gonna get an exit card for this here. So I feel like with this reading here, this is spirit just saying essentially like people will get their karma. People will get their karma. Make sure you are are aware of destiny swapping, okay? Because you may end up being in a specific energy where you may be feeling like you're right, and you essentially, you may be doing right by yourself and right by situations. But if you are, basically, you just have to use your intuition and discernment when somebody's fucking with you. You have to use your intuition and discernment when somebody's fucking with you, when Somebody is, being sneaky, X, Y, and Z here. That's the same thing as somebody fucking with you. You have to use your discernment because you can easily be destiny swapped. Okay. So you just want to make sure that is that. What's the future outcome for this energy? We have main male. Okay. So the future outcome for this energy is main male. So this is about person A or person B, whoever's in this divine masculine energy. Okay, over energy is child. So I do see that this is a main male that would be in his childlike energy here. I'm not sure if it's going to be mature, but it is something dark, okay, in terms of like how y'all got together. And like, or this is something about a child, okay, and just like manifesting that you have a child, and whatever this betrayal is, just saying like, hey, I have a child, we have a child and we're gonna focus on our child, and if you don't agree with that, then that's your fucking business. Go fuck yourself, you know. Um, let's see what the exit card is for this energy. I'm definitely gonna do another reading for you twin flames here. We have house here. So the exit card for this energy, the over energy for house is message of concern. The over energy is message of concern. So this could be something about a house situation, like maybe somebody died in the home. Okay. If somebody didn't die in a home, I feel like this is someone who I'm feeling a lot of anger going on with this house here. This can also be about a purchase of a home. Like somebody could have purchased a home here and they're like, "Oh, I'm concerned about this home." But I mean like I mean, I'm not. So this person that betrayed person B, they could have ended up living together, or they lived together and person B got betrayed, and somebody could live in a home. They own the property, or somebody gave the home to somebody, and then person A ends up living together, living with person B. And it becomes concerning because it's like they have a kid, or somebody's like childlike, like you really don't take that person serious. But it's like also too, the betrayal is really dark. So I don't think that either somebody is like really a douchebag and they're very childish, is main male, or like that's how dark it is. Or this is someone who is like they have a child and they're like, it doesn't matter. We linked up, we had a baby, behind everybody's back here, and now we have a house. So like that's your own fucking business. And whatever you have to say, whatever you were doing to betray me, like you can go fuck yourself. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And I'm just getting like the person that betrayed person B is someone that doesn't like that. They're like, I don't like that. Like, and that's concerning because at the end of the day, it's crazy because person B's person is actually thinking about like, but that's not your property. That's not your home to be having a child or to be moving that person in because you have a child, like this is a weird energy here. Like, you are such a fucked up person and you're worried about like the rights of a housing situation. Like, are you looking at yourself? Are you hearing yourself? Like, that's how you know like this person sees B as a piece of shit, as a piece of dirty ass paper, like it's just really strange. And that's why person A is like, this is why I got with you. This is why I'm in a relationship with you, because this person is such a fucking asshole. Like, they really don't see the betrayal that they did to you was like completely absurd. And now I'm like with you, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, you really don't see how much of a dick, how much of an asshole you are. And you're caring about some type of property of a home. Now, for others of you guys, yeah, I'm definitely getting to a message of concern. This is a woman that probably betrayed person B. Okay, this is a woman that betrayed person B, or there's some like accusations going on about a house, but it doesn't matter. Somebody just wants to like betray person B. And that's why in the future outcome, it seems like divine masculine here could be person A is saying, oh, you know what, we have a kid, no matter what. Nobody's gonna kick us out the house, because we have a kid, or I'm so fucking childish, But I would say if you have a child, probably not. But if you're really fucking childish, probably. So I feel like maybe I would say manifest a child in a situation rather than somebody being very childish here. Okay, because all that's going to be talked about is this person's like history. Um, yeah, and I see with hope and courage here, like, okay, yeah, like this is going to be something where we're not on our heads at, but more of a child situation and kicking somebody out the house, no. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, all right, like we should just fall back and yeah, whatever. And person B feels some type of way because that person is obviously standing up and saying they're not a piece of shit anymore. They're not like a piece of dirty ass paper, how they see them and they can't play around with them and shit like that. So that's what that is. And they're going to let y'all rock. But it's like y'all also have to amp up. Like, yeah, I did sneak behind my ex-boyfriend, my ex-girlfriend's back, and I did sleep with, somebody that they knew, and we had a baby and we moved in a house and we shut up and we put our heads down. Like, that's what we did. And that's that. Like, because the person B, whoever that was fucking with them, just won't leave them alone. They just won't leave them a fucking alone. They're so dickish and a stalker. Like they just need to leave person B alone. They're already going through an ego death and somebody could have died in their fucking family. Like leave them alone. Okay, so that's all that I have for you. I hope you will enjoy. Remember to like, subscribe, and to share. Look in the description box below to see that to offer you. And until then, I will see you all next time. Bye.